Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we decided to bring Elliot back upon popular request.
I'm a hit.
And we decided to do a mukbang. So we got some food and we're gonna do basically our first year of marriage review in front of you guys while we enjoy some pizza. So if you would like to see what we've been through in this first year of marriage, then keep on watching. Okay, so we got pizzas from Mod Pizza. If you guys don't know what Mod is, it's kind of like the same concept as Blaze. It's a pizza bar and you just pick whatever you want. I got cauliflower crust with pesto sauce, the red sauce, bacon, garlic, all the goodness. What did you get?
The cauliflower too?
Yeah.
So I got the cauliflower, what I like to call the meat lovers, right? So we've got spicy chicken sausage. I got some pepperonis, a lot of cheese. They also actually put like a little bit of like a garlic butter. I call it the Chipotle pizza.
And on the side I have french fries that I have left over from yesterday and one falafel that I have left over from yesterday. And then for drinks I have sparkling water and he has Crystal Light with water.
Strawberry lemonade.
We got married last year in April in the Dominican Republic. Well, we got married here legally, but then we went over there and had our wedding there because I was born there, raised there. His mom is from there, so we just figure let's just have everybody go there so that way my whole family could be a part of the wedding. And for those of you who don't know, we've been together for about, well, 9 years now.
Woo! A long time.
Including our first year of marriage. And so I thought it would be fun to do a video and kind of just sit here and talk to you guys about what the first year of marriage is like, especially because we've been together for so long already. So
a little bit of perspective.
So, and by the way, the last 2 months we've been quarantined together, obviously, and oh boy. Man. It's been an experience to say the least. But what has been the highlight of this first year for you? Try not to cry. He's a crier, guys.
What? Wow. Put me on blast. I mean, the highlight? Jeez. I think a highlight, if this qualifies for a highlight, is us like really being on the same page. Right? Like as far as like finances and kind of like goals and things like that. I mean, I think we've kind of turned a new leaf on that. Actually, I think the wedding did that. Yeah. Kind of like showed us like, yo, like legit, we can come up and kind of, I guess if we had like the same goal, right? I think that was a big highlight and like an aha moment for me. Ultimately, I guess just trying to figure out and kind of us coming together with that. I think that was like a big highlight for me. Yeah,
we had to pay for our wedding ourselves. And so that really made us buckle down finances wise and really get on the same page because planning such a big event requires a lot of money and we were doing it abroad, and so we had to be on the same page on where the money was being spent, how much money was being spent in our regular lives and wedding wise. And so that really broke the glass between us regarding finances, which I think is really important. A big highlight for me was doing our Christmas cards.
Wow, yeah.
We had never done Christmas cards, and just us writing the Williams, to me was just like, oh snap, like I'm legit married now. It was kind of funny. It was just fun in general, you know. It's something we've been wanting to do for a long time. We just never got around to it. It's like we always want to do a Christmas card, and then the holidays are here, and we're like, oh well.
Yeah, it was like super cheesy.
Yeah. I'll put the picture here. We picked the cheesiest photo that we could find.
Oh my gosh. But it was cool though. I mean, like, the whole experience, like, I feel like next time we could probably take the photos ourselves.
Yeah.
I think I put too much pepper. But yeah, that was a funny time. And I think even at that, like, I guess in perspective of that, like realizing like, yo, we're married, right? I think for me it was interesting when we came back. Everybody at my office knew like I went to DR for the wedding and everything. So it was like a big thing. I was like, oh my God, you're finally married. So like coming back to that, and everybody was like, yeah, this is, and like I guess and it's funny because the first thing that everybody asked, like, so what's it like to be married now, man?
Yeah.
Like
I've gotten that question so much. Same with my job. We both took like 2 weeks off from work, so we went to DR a week before our wedding, and then we did our honeymoon. But it's funny. So since everybody asks that question, what does it feel like to be married?
I mean, like, I guess on a serious note, right? For me, I think it was really just the showing of love and like, yo, I'm committing to, you know, soul here for a lifetime. I think like doing it in front of everybody kind of had like a different, like, I don't know, it kind of made things different. You know what I'm saying? Like they knew. Like, everybody knew we were together. I mean, we had been together, like she said, forever. But
7 years when we got married. Well, our wedding was our 8th year anniversary that same day.
like, just kind of really having that moment really made things a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? It's knowing for sure, like, yo, boom, lockdown. Like, I got a ride or die someone who's going to be there for me, you know, forever. So I think having that, I mean, we've been having that, but I feel like that was something that...
Yeah. I feel the same way. I feel like ever since we, like, signed the paper, it wasn't even, like, our actual wedding, because we signed...
We did at Rush's house.
Yeah, we signed the paper at his cousin's house months before we had our wedding, but we both made the decision for sanity purposes that we were just going to keep our actual wedding day as our anniversary, because that's actually our anniversary just in general. I think once we sign the paper, you feel like a different level of commitment, because we are both in the same page in the case that we want to work through everything that comes our way. And I know it might sound very naive as a first year of marriage people, but I think we've been together long enough, you know, to kind of know what our buttons are and what our values are and what our limits are as people and as a couple. And so I feel like we waited so long that we were pretty confident in the fact that whatever comes our way, we're just going to try to work through it and not really call it quits anytime soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just feels like we're now a unit. Like, I'm not a single person. Like, it's not that I'm not me anymore. I'm definitely an individual, but it's like, in the eyes of society, now we come as a package deal.
But the main thing would be though, it's like there's something internal that kind of flips and switch. But you're like, oh wow, like, yo, this is something that's different. You know what I'm saying? It made you move different, like 100%.
Yeah.
You know? But I mean, it's been really interesting. I think us outside of that, it's kind of been. I mean, there's not really much difference.
I feel like it's important to look for ways to keep your relationship fresh. And I know a really big thing for me, and we were talking about it the other night, is traveling.
Oh, yeah.
I love traveling together. And before, we used to do this, like, I wouldn't say big elaborate trips, but like we would mostly go to DR, or, you know, we came here to California. So it was bigger trips. It wasn't like a quick weekend thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But even when we went to San Francisco for your birthday, that was like really cool. And we were only there literally for the weekend from Friday to Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought it was still a getaway, you know? It's just when you're together for a long time and it's the same routine every single day, and you know, it's hard to break out of that. And I just think vacations kind of give you a fresh perspective.
I think that, like, 'cause you're able to get away, you know what I'm saying? You're able to, like, just literally rely on each other and kind of have that relationship while you're out because you're away, right? It's just you two. you're, you know, in a new city per se, or whatever the case may be, you're outside of your daily routine, which is pretty dope. And I think those are, you know, at least I guess some of the things that we try to do as a couple to kind of maybe like mix things up, I guess you would say. Like even now, right, during quarantine. Yeah. I mean, we've tried to like come up with little things like, because we usually have like date night every week, at least once a week on the weekends.
Which is really important to us. It's really important to take that time to date.
Well, that's one thing we enjoy just in general.
Yeah. I mean, we're both food lovers, as you can see. Yesterday we drove around the city
for like 3 hours.
Because we had so many different food cravings because we've been eating in most of the days, you know. I want to say every couple weeks we probably order something, but this week we've ordered more than. But I feel like it's important because people forget he's still my boyfriend. Like, yes, he's my husband, but he's still my date and my boyfriend.
You know, that's a romance, you know?
I feel like it's important to keep the little things that made you guys, like, made you fall in love with each other alive throughout the whole relationship and the marriage. We did go through a time where we weren't going out on date nights and, you know, our work schedules were kind of polar opposites, and that really took a toll on our relationship, our communication, and just everything. And so I think when we worked through that, we made the conscious decision to, you know, continue to do the little things that kind of made us fall in love with each other.
Yeah. So while you're home, right, you're on lockdown, on quarantine, little things you could do, just Google it really quickly, you know, at home date night, you know.
Is it painting with a twist for anniversary?
Painting with a twist. That was cool.
I made chipotle chicken pasta, and then I made a sugar-free cake, which I know sounds gross, but it's actually better than it sounds, guys. Don't come for me in the comments. A lot of people come for me when I say sugar-free cake.
It's not bad, yeah. You know the chipotle pasta though was fire. That's my John's. Like, we go to Cheesecake Factory every so often. Whenever I go there, the chipotle spicy chicken Cajun pasta. I probably added a couple of adjectives in there or whatever. But she made it and it came out fire. I'm like, oh, alright.
But and then we did I did a date night where I set up like a little cheese board, meat board type thing with nuts and things, and I made us a drink. It was like, I don't know how many questions I put in, but I put like questions in like a little bag, and we're picking out of the bag and asking each other all these intimate questions. And
man,
that was fun. That was a very intimate exercise. Like it was like forced us to talk about the things that you don't normally talk about, you know?
Yeah.
You know they're there, but you don't necessarily talk about them or express them.
I advise anybody watching this right now, do it.
It really opens up the communication because it kind of makes you vulnerable and answer these questions. And you're like, well, he knows this. Like, he knows. You know, like, one of the questions was, like, what I appreciated the most about my wedding day. And I broke down crying. I'm a really emotional person, and so is he. But he never really sees me cry when I'm talking about something. Very rarely do I cry when I'm talking about a memory or something like that. Me. Yeah, that's usually him. But when he saw me, he's like, oh my God, I didn't expect you to cry. I think it was a good exercise. But what advice would you give people that are like about to get married?
Hit me with the hard questions. Main thing I would say is just for people who are about to get married, or just honestly in general in a long-term relationship that you feel like, yo, this is the one I'm gonna be kicking with, or riding with, whatever the case may be. If you rock with that person, try to be as transparent as possible. Honestly, like I said it earlier, that's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Transparency in all aspects, you know what I'm saying, like what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Honestly, I hate to say it, but cost, finances, that would put a strain. At least for us it did.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For us, finances were a big thing because our finances were shitty for a long time.
We're good
because we weren't communicating, you know, and so It
Like,
was kind of like he was doing his thing and I was doing my thing, and yes, the bills were getting paid, but it's where's all the money going to? Because you
can accomplish more together. And I guess the point of the message is transparency. You can create more and get further as a team.
Because a lot of people get complacent with time. I know we have before, and every so often, we're not perfect, obviously. We're trying to discover this marriage life thing together. And so when I feel like he hasn't really been showing, we all show love and receive love different ways. My way of receiving love is through gifts. And he's a very touchy, affectionate person. And so to him, he's showing me love through touch and affection. But to me, I'm like, well, you haven't bought me flowers in a month. You know what I mean? And so I feel the most love when he does things like that for me. And to me, it's important that I communicate that to him. And a lot of people feel like that's petty, for lack of a better way to say it, for me to say. All right, guys, so we are full as hell. And the camera just died, so I guess that's our cue to peace out. We just ate Smart Sweet gummies. They're like sugar-free gummies. They're so good.
Fire.
So I'm sorry that I'm picking my teeth. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to see any more videos with Mr. over here, let us know. And
I'm here already. I'm famous.
If you have any questions, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Click that notification bell to receive notifications. I post new videos every Wednesday, and I have a vlog channel in which I post new videos every Sunday. So stay tuned, and I will see you guys on the next one.